Is there anything more frustrating than being pulled from a wonderful dream, only to find your mouth is dry, your throat is scratchy, and sleep feels a million miles away? Tonight, that cycle ends. We're going to create a simple, soothing plan, a bedtime fortress against dry mouth, so that you can finally sleep soundly, all the way until morning. That feeling of cotton mouth is more than just annoying. It is a profound disruptor of your deepest, most vital rest. Waking up repeatedly can lead to a whole day of tiredness, irritability, and unease. We deserve better than that. We deserve peaceful, restorative, deep sleep. The secret isn't a strange gadget or a harsh medicine. It is a slow, thoughtful ritual. It's a habit built on simple comfort and real, evidence-based self-care. We call this the 5-minute pre-sleep ritual. It is the specific, intentional routine you perform right before your head touches the pillow. Ready to unlock the full secret to all-night comfort? If you appreciate these gentle guides to a calmer night, take a moment to subscribe. Knowing you're there truly helps us continue sharing these helpful, quiet moments. Now let's begin the ritual with the first and perhaps most important step. Step 1 is about hydration discipline, the final glass of water. But here's the critical distinction. You do not want to chug a huge glass. Too much water right before bed guarantees a trip to the bathroom later, which defeats the purpose entirely. Instead, take 4 or 5 small, slow sips of cool or lukewarm water. Swish the water around gently in your mouth for a moment before swallowing. This action helps to moisten the tissues and stimulates the small amount of saliva your body is currently making. This maximizes moisture without overwhelming your bladder. Place the glass immediately back on your nightstand, where it becomes a gentle insurance policy for the quiet hours ahead. Step 2 in our ritual is the gentle mouth rinse. Do not reach for the bright blue or strong minty mouthwashes you might use in the morning. Many common mouthwashes contain alcohol or strong flavorings that can actually dry out the delicate tissues of your mouth while you sleep. Instead, look for an alcohol-free rinse specifically formulated for dry mouth. These products contain agents that mimic saliva and coat the mouth. If you do not have one of those, a simple saline rinse or even plain cool water swished around your mouth works wonders. This simple step creates a layer of comfort that lasts much longer than just drinking water. It is a protective shield against the dryness of the night air. The third element in our final 5 minutes is a lip balm application. This might seem minor, but dry lips and dry mouth are often symptoms of the same problem: evaporation. Use a generous layer of a simple, unscented lip balm or petroleum jelly. Apply it not only to your lips, but also just inside your lips, covering the sensitive area where your mouth meets your gums. This seals in moisture externally. Think of this step as lovingly tucking yourself in for the night. Finally, the most powerful, non-consumable tool in your arsenal, the humidifier. This is step 4, and it happens just before you climb into bed. If you struggle with chronic dry mouth, especially in winter or dry climates, a cool mist humidifier in your bedroom is essential. Turn it on about 15 minutes before you plan to sleep. This raises the relative humidity of the air around you, slowing down the rate at which moisture evaporates from your skin and your mouth. You are creating a small, comfortable cocoon of moist air just for your sleep space. Remember to clean the humidifier regularly, using distilled water if possible, to keep the air pure. These 4 steps form the core of your defense. They take less than 5 minutes, and they dramatically shift the battle against nighttime dryness. But what if you still wake up? We'll tackle those middle-of-the-night fixes next, guaranteeing you fall back asleep quickly and easily. When that frustrating wake-up occurs, the mind often races, turning a simple annoyance into a major sleep obstacle. The key here is not to fully wake up your brain. We need to find relief quickly and quietly, keeping your mind in a gentle, hazy state of near sleep. Your very first action is not to sit up or look at the clock. It is simply to locate that glass of water you placed on your nightstand. Take one single, measured sip. Hold it in your mouth for a moment, letting the water coat your tongue and cheeks, and then swallow. This single sip often breaks the dry spell instantly. Avoid drinking more, as that risk of a bladder alarm is still present. If the dryness is still intense, this is where the sugar-free dry mouth lozenge comes into play. Keep a small container right next to your water. These lozenges are designed to stimulate saliva production gently. The act of sucking on them signals to your glands that it is time to work. Choose mild flavors like mint or lemon. The movement of the lozenge around your mouth will activate your body's natural moisturizing systems. Remember, sugar-free is crucial here, as we are protecting your teeth while you sleep. This is a very targeted, fast-acting solution. Another gentle trick that works wonders is a slow, mindful shift in your breathing. Many people who wake with dry mouth are unknowingly sleeping with their mouths open. This is called mouth breathing, and it rapidly evaporates moisture. When you wake up, take a moment to gently close your mouth and focus on inhaling and exhaling only through your nose. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, just behind your front teeth. This is the natural resting position that encourages nasal breathing. Focus on 3 slow, deep breaths, in and out through your nose. The calming effect often relaxes your jaw and helps maintain that comfortable seal, allowing you to drift back to sleep. These 3 methods, the measured sip, the specialized lozenge, and the nasal breathing focus, are your 3 anchors when sleep is interrupted. They are your immediate response team. But why is this happening in the first place? To truly end the dry mouth cycle, we need to look beyond the nightstand. We must examine the habits you keep during the day, the ones that are unknowingly setting you up for failure after dark. Have you ever considered that the glass of wine or the cup of coffee you enjoy in the late afternoon might be the hidden culprit? The choices we make hours before bed have a surprisingly powerful impact on our oral comfort. Let's look at the daytime habits we need to adjust to ensure a peaceful night. This is about making small, compassionate changes that yield massive results by midnight. The 2 biggest enemies of nighttime moisture are caffeine and alcohol. Most people know these are diuretics, meaning they cause your body to produce more urine, leading to dehydration. But they do much more than that. Caffeine consumed late in the day can interfere with the signals that tell your body to produce saliva. It keeps your system slightly overstimulated, which is the opposite of the calm state we need for rest. If you enjoy coffee or black tea, try to cut off your consumption entirely after 2 p.m. Transition to herbal, non-caffeinated teas instead. Alcohol is arguably worse. While that glass of wine might initially make you feel sleepy, it fragments your sleep terribly. It also acts as a profound dehydrator. More importantly, alcohol relaxes the muscles in your throat, making snoring and mouth breathing far more likely. This direct pathway for air rushing across your tongue and gums is the fastest way to create cotton mouth. If you want to ensure a hydrated and quiet night, try to eliminate alcohol entirely in the 3 to 4 hours leading up to bedtime. Swap it for sparkling water with a slice of cucumber or a calming herbal tea. Another crucial daytime habit is how you approach food. Do you eat very salty snacks or meals late in the evening? High sodium intake draws water out of your tissues, increasing your thirst and, yes, contributing significantly to dry mouth by the time you lie down. Try to shift your heavier, saltier meals earlier in the day. For dinner, focus on foods with high water content. Think soups, stews, moist vegetables, or soft fruits. This is a gentle, natural way to boost your hydration reserves before the long rest. Chewing sugar-free gum or sucking on sugar-free candies throughout the day is also a wonderfully simple way to prepare your mouth for the night. The physical act of chewing stimulates salivary flow by up to 10-fold. This helps condition your salivary glands to remain active. Remember, saliva isn't just water, it's a natural protectant, buffering the acidity in your mouth and keeping your tissues lubricated. This daytime practice helps keep those glands running smoothly, much like stretching before a long walk. Finally, we must talk about stress. Worry, anxiety, and nighttime overthinking are not just mental battles. They are physical stressors. When you are stressed, your body activates the fight or flight response, which naturally reduces saliva production. It is a biological survival mechanism. If you find yourself holding tension in your jaw or worrying right before bed, your dry mouth might be a direct symptom of stress. This brings us to the most overlooked strategy: creating a proper sleep sanctuary. Your bedroom environment must support moisture and peace. If your physical space is fighting against you, no amount of water will fully solve the problem. Let's look at how to tune your sleep sanctuary for optimal comfort and lasting relief. Your bedroom is not just a place where you sleep, it is your sanctuary for recovery and rest. To combat dry mouth effectively, we must adjust 3 key environmental factors: temperature, airflow, and, of course, humidity. First, temperature matters profoundly. A room that is too warm often encourages mouth breathing and increases the rate of evaporation. Your body works best for sleep when the air is slightly cool. Aim for a temperature between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or roughly 16 to 19 degrees Celsius. This cooler temperature naturally prompts your body to conserve energy and encourages slower, deeper breathing through the nose. Second, consider airflow. Do you have a fan pointed directly at your face? Many people use fans for white noise or air circulation, which is fine, but direct airflow is like an unseen wind constantly drying out your lips and mouth. Reposition fans so they circulate the air over your body or around the room, not directly onto your face. You want gentle air movement, not a constant blast of dryness. Third, Let's return to the star of the environmental show, humidity. While we mentioned turning the humidifier on during your ritual, let's look at why it's so powerful. When the air is too dry, especially in heated homes, it essentially acts like a sponge, drawing moisture from everything, including your mouth and airways. A humidity level between 40 and 60% is ideal for both comfort and health. If you are serious about ending dry mouth, investing in a small humidity monitor, often called a hygrometer, is an excellent investment. It ensures you maintain that perfect moisture-rich environment all night long. If you cannot use a humidifier, or if you are looking for a simpler trick, try placing a shallow pan of water near a heat source or on a dresser in your room. As the water slowly evaporates, it adds trace amounts of moisture back into the air. It's an old-fashioned method, but surprisingly effective in a pinch. Remember, the goal of the sanctuary is to create a constant, gentle, moist embrace for your airway. Now, we must gently address a more complex reality. For many of us, dry mouth isn't simply a hydration issue. It is a side effect of necessary medication. If your dry mouth persists despite all these environmental and ritualistic changes, it is time to look at the powerful role of pharmaceuticals. This is not meant to cause worry, but to provide clarity and empowerment for your next conversation with your doctor. Understanding the connection is the next crucial step toward relief. It is a common and often unavoidable truth of aging. As we manage our health, we often rely on medications. And, regrettably, many of the most common and effective drugs have a side effect called xerostomia, which is the clinical term for dry mouth. You are not doing anything wrong, and your body isn't failing. The medicine is simply doing its job, but sometimes that job interferes with the nerve signals responsible for saliva production. The list of culprits is long, but some of the most frequent include medications for high blood pressure, certain allergy and cold pills, most antidepressants, and many medications used for anxiety or bladder control. The important thing is never to stop taking your prescribed medication on your own. That decision must always be made with the guidance of your prescribing physician. However, you can be an informed partner in your care. If you suspect your medication is the cause, start keeping a simple log. Note down which specific drugs you take and when the dry mouth feeling is worst. Is it immediately after taking the pill or all night? When you speak to your doctor, you can bring up this log and ask a direct, clear question. Could this medication be contributing to my dry mouth? Often there are simple solutions that your doctor can offer. They might be able to adjust the dosage slightly, or perhaps change the time of day you take the medication. In many cases, they can switch you to an equally effective alternative medication that belongs to a different class of drugs, one that has a lesser impact on salivary glands. This is why the conversation is so vital. You are not asking for a cure, you are asking for an adjustment toward greater comfort. In addition to medication side effects, there are two other underlying issues that may require a doctor's attention. The first is diabetes, where high blood sugar levels can often lead to dehydration and, consequently, dry mouth. The second is an autoimmune condition, like Sjogren's syndrome, which directly attacks the glands that produce moisture in the eyes and mouth. If your dry mouth is accompanied by other symptoms, such as persistently dry eyes, or if the dryness is severe and unremitting, a checkup is wise. Again, This is not meant to cause alarm. It is merely empowering you with knowledge. Being proactive and asking questions is the greatest act of self-care you can perform. Having addressed the external and medical factors, let's turn to the last piece of the puzzle, using the calming power of mindful reflection to soothe our minds and help us surrender to sleep. The greatest remaining barrier to sleep is often the mind itself. When you wake up with that frustrating dry mouth, the natural reaction is annoyance, perhaps a rush of worry, or a feeling of being cheated out of your rest. This tension is what keeps you awake longer than the dryness itself. We must introduce a final mental ritual, the practice of surrender and acceptance. Instead of fighting the feeling, we acknowledge it gently. When you find yourself awake, repeat this simple phrase in your mind: I am awake. I feel dry. This will pass. This prevents the feeling from escalating into panic. After you have taken your measured sip of water and maybe used your lozenge, focus your attention entirely on the sensation of comfort. Lie still and feel the cool sheets, the soft pillow, and the slow, even movement of your breath. Do not think about tomorrow's to-do list. Do not dwell on the annoyance. This is a moment to fully inhabit the physical sensation of peace. We are shifting your focus from the negative symptom to the positive act of relief. The water feels cool. The lozenge feels soothing. The pillow is supporting your head. By anchoring your thoughts to these small, tangible comforts, you gently pull your mind away from the stress response that keeps you awake. This practice is particularly helpful for seniors, as it reduces the reliance on dramatic physical fixes and focuses on the power of internal calm. Remember, dry mouth is often worst when we are deeply relaxed, because our saliva production naturally slows down during sleep. This is why those little preventative steps are so important. They prepare the physical body. But the practice of mindful reflection prepares the mind to re-enter that deep state of rest. Now let's bring all these pieces together. We have covered the critical 5-minute pre-sleep ritual, the fast fixes for midnight wake-ups, the crucial daytime adjustments, and the environmental controls. The final step is integrating all this knowledge into a singular flowing practice that feels natural, safe, and unhurried. It is about making this new routine a seamless part of your gentle journey into the night. Let's visualize your perfect journey to sleep tonight, integrating every element we've discussed. This is your personal blueprint for comfort. First, during the early evening hours, ensure you are cutting off caffeine and alcohol. Have your dinner focusing on moisture-rich foods. If you take medication linked to dry mouth, plan to take it earlier in the day if your doctor has allowed that adjustment. These preparatory steps, taken hours before bed, significantly lower the overall dry mouth burden. As you move into the final hour before sleep, this is your quiet wind-down period. Turn on your cool mist humidifier in the bedroom. Begin your physical preparations slowly and deliberately. This is not a race. It is a ritual. When you are finally ready to climb into bed, this is when you perform the 5-minute ritual. Take your measured sips of water, swishing gently. Use your alcohol-free rinse or simple saline solution. Apply your comforting lip balm generously, ensuring you cover the edges of your mouth. Place your lozenges and water securely within arm's reach. Once you are lying down, assume the resting position. Focus on nasal breathing, tongue resting on the roof of your mouth. If you find your jaw sagging open, try adjusting your pillow to slightly elevate your head. This small angle adjustment can often improve airflow and discourage mouth breathing. As you drift off, let your final thoughts be those of gratitude for the simple comforts, the soft pillow, the gentle warmth of the blanket, the cooling mist of the air. Trust that you have given your body the best possible chance for a full, uninterrupted night. You have proactively addressed the problem, and now your only job is to rest. This system is designed not just for one night, but for a lifetime of better sleep. Consistency is the magic ingredient. If you practice this ritual nightly, your body will begin to anticipate the comfort, and the dry mouth symptoms will likely lessen over time. We often believe that managing health must be complex, but frequently, the most powerful solutions are the simplest ones. They require only patience, consistency, and a kind attention to the body's needs. If this structured, gentle approach brings you comfort, remember to subscribe to Senior Bedtime Radio. We are here every night, dedicated to making your quiet hours feel safe and unhurried. Now, let's address a few specific questions that often arise, ensuring we cover every nuance of comfort. First, many wonder about the long-term use of specific dry mouth rinses or lozenges. Are they safe to use every night? Generally, yes. The non-alcoholic, specialized rinses are formulated to be gentle and supportive of your natural oral environment. However, always check the labels, looking specifically for products approved for dry mouth relief, and confirm with your dentist if you have any unique oral health concerns. The goal is long-term, sustainable comfort. Second, what about sleeping positions? Some research suggests that sleeping on your back may be more likely to encourage mouth breathing, especially if you have mild congestion or are prone to snoring. If possible, try experimenting with sleeping on your side. Using a body pillow to support your side posture can help you maintain this position throughout the night. It is a subtle change, but one that can greatly improve the seal of your mouth while you rest. Third, let's discuss the importance of nasal care. A blocked nose forces you to breathe through your mouth. Before beginning your ritual, consider a gentle saline nasal spray or strip. These products can open your nasal passages just enough to make effortless nasal breathing possible throughout the night. This is often the key that unlocks total nighttime relief. Remember, every little bit of preparation counts towards that goal of uninterrupted sleep. These adjustments are not burdens, they are small acts of self-respect. They acknowledge the challenges that naturally come with aging bodies and minds, and they provide simple, dignified solutions. We are replacing frustration with action and worry with peace. As we move toward our final moments together, I want to leave you with a reflection on the wisdom of slowness and the profound connection between a quiet mind and a comfortable body. Finding peace is often a matter of slowing down enough to listen. The journey to deep, comfortable sleep is not a sprint. It is a slow, steady paddle on calm waters. If you have listened this far, you have absorbed all the tools necessary to transform your nights. You now hold the blueprint for a sleep fortress where dryness cannot penetrate. Take a moment now to notice the comfort of the silence around you. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest. This moment of peace is the true goal. The physical steps we discussed, the sips of water, the ritual of the rinse, the setting of the humidifier. These were simply pathways to reach this state of internal calm. Remember the promise of this time together, to end the cycle of waking up and to sleep all night. You have committed to making the necessary, gentle adjustments. You have empowered yourself with knowledge about medication side effects and environmental controls. And perhaps most importantly, you have learned the swift, quiet techniques for falling back asleep without panic when disturbed. Do not expect perfection on the first night. Healing and adaptation take time. Be kind to yourself. If you wake up, simply return to the ritual. One slow sip, one gentle lozenge, and a focus on nasal breath. Each time you return to the ritual, you strengthen the habit of comfort. We are winding down our time now, but the path to peaceful rest continues. If you found this approach comforting, please consider liking this gentle guide. Your engagement helps this quiet sanctuary reach other seniors seeking the same reliable, unhurried guidance. We are committed to sharing wisdom that ensures every night feels safe, slow, and unhurried. May you trust the steps you have taken, and may you drift off now with dignity, comfort, and the profound peace of a fully hydrated, restful night. Sweet dreams, dear friend. Asterisk. Self-correction. I need to check the total word count and ensure the final output wraps up cleanly. The previous sections have been relatively short to maintain flow and hit microhooks. The final section should provide a strong closing CTA and an uplifting final line. Trust in the power of small, consistent actions. They accumulate, building a foundation of resilience against discomfort. The dry mouth might have felt like a massive disruption, but as you have seen, the solution is simply a series of measured, deliberate moments of self-care. We often underestimate the body's capacity to adjust, especially when we treat it with patience and kindness. The goal of Senior Bedtime Radio is always to empower you, allowing you to take control of your comfort without hype or haste. Remember the simplicity of the plan. Prepare your body, prepare your environment, and prepare your mind. If you are lying there right now, feeling just a little bit of that dryness, take a moment to enact one single part of the ritual we discussed. Maybe it's a mindful swallow. Maybe it's adjusting the position of your pillow. Every choice you make, no matter how small, is a victory for your sleep. We are here for you every night, offering this same gentle cadence, this same unhurried pace. If you wish to continue receiving these soothing bedtime stories and reliable health tips designed specifically for your well-being, press the subscribe button and the notification bell now. Let us be your trusted, warm voice guiding you toward deeper rest. Tonight, you have not just learned how to manage dry mouth. You have learned how to listen to your body, respond with gentle wisdom, and reclaim the peace that belongs to you. Close your eyes now. Feel the weight of the day lift away. Rest deeply, knowing comfort has been found. There is a deep satisfaction in knowing you have done everything right to prepare for a good night. Let that feeling settle over you now. If you are still awake, do not worry. Simply let the peaceful soundscape that now fills your room guide your breathing. Focus on the sound of the gentle hum, the soft music, or the quiet natural sounds. Use the sound as an anchor. When a thought or a feeling of dryness creeps in, gently return your attention to the anchor. This prevents your mind from running away with worries. Remember, the quality of your sleep determines the quality of your waking life. By caring for this small discomfort of dry mouth, you are investing in brighter mornings, clearer thinking, and a calmer disposition throughout the day. This simple ritual has profound ripple effects. This is the final, true surrender to the night. You have mastered the immediate fixes, you have made the necessary adjustments, and you have settled your mind. There is nothing left to do but allow sleep to claim you gently. Thank you for trusting us with your quiet time. It is an honor to share this journey toward comfort with you. May your mouth be moist, your breath be slow, and your sleep be profound. Good night, dear friend. Asterisk. Self-correction. The previous sections covered the ritual, fixes, environment, medical context, and mental practices. The total word count is likely near completion. The final section should provide the definitive, uplifting closing and the final CTA, as per the original structure, ensuring the final message is warm and comforting. As the light fades outside your window and the world slows down, feel the warmth and security of your bed embracing you. This quiet, protected space you have created is where true rest begins. Take one final, slow, deliberate breath. Inhale comfort, exhale any lingering tension or worry about the night ahead. Know that the dryness is temporary, and the deep relief you seek is already on its way. We encourage you to revisit this guide whenever you need a reminder of these gentle steps. Keep the principles close to your heart: hydration, preparation, and kindness. These three pillars will support your comfort not just tonight, but every night. Remember our mission: to provide a sanctuary where every night feels safe, slow, and unhurried. If our voice brings you peace, please ensure you are subscribed to Senior Bedtime Radio. We are committed to fostering a community where dignity and comfort are prioritized during the quiet hours. You are now fully prepared. You are safe. You are cared for. Let your body relax completely, softening your shoulders, easing your jaw, and releasing the grip of the day. May your dreams be gentle, your rest be deep, and your waking be refreshed. Sleep well,